All right, here we go. Week 5. Started off with good old squats again. This is probably the best squats have been in a very long time. Here's my last set of 5 here. This was, I think, around 430, 435, somewhere in there. Hitting depth real easily. Bar is very sturdy on my back. Shoulder is feeling pretty good once I kind of get my chest opened up. Very happy with the positioning, with the pauses and everything on these. And I decided to do my normal singles. I believe I started at around 470. Nice little pause out of the hole, nice and easy, very sturdy. Bracing's coming along nicely. And this was, I believe, 530. Felt good, moved nice and easy. Um, this was the last one. This was 555. This is what I was really, really happy with. I sat back real nicely, good bracing, and just rode those hams and glutes down there and just popped out of the hole. So I'm going to go on and say that my squat definitely feels like it's back to normal. Now I just got to rebuild my strength and my ability to hold more than 600 pounds on my back. So that's moving definitely in the right direction. First accessory here was stiff legs. I think this is the last week I'm going to be doing stiff legs. I think I'm going to add more sets of snatch grip deadlifts after um, squats here. I want to be able to kind of get rid of some of the accessories and just concentrate on a few, just what I think is working right now. These Zerchers are definitely working. I like my positioning because it kind of looks like I'm mimicking my back squat, but holding the bar in the front there. Comp bench day 2. Um, so I took a very slow approach to bench this day, and I took the pad or the board away, and bench felt really, really good. Shoulder is holding up at about 70-75%. But I was able to bench more weight on this day than I have since my shoulder surgery, which was up to 286. This is the first week I did a couple singles, but my pause work, my bench positioning with the bar is feeling extremely normal, having not even really trying to get any back tightness or leg drive or anything. So this lift is finally starting to move ahead as well. And I believe this was the last bench of the day, the 286. Nice pause. Boom, just flew off my chest. And then all my little accessories. I accessoried myself to death on Tuesday. Everything's pretty much consistent as the weeks prior, just trying to move up a little bit of weight on everything each week. Um, Gonna take a look at my accessories after this deload here and drop some things out and try to consolidate to save some time. I'll talk more about that in a second. And day 3, this ended up being my last day of the week. Around this time during this day, I was starting to feel my legs feeling real jello-y. I wasn't able to get my positioning as good. My hook wasn't as good. Last week I was saying, oh, I figured everything out. Well, I think I kind of hit a wall. This was my 5th straight week of training. And with trying to progress linearly every week on each lift, I probably should have deloaded after week 3, but figuring I'm just coming back, I was able to push it a couple weeks, but that was a little bit of a mistake on my part. So I didn't even get through this full session. My legs were jello. I just pulled, what was that, 596 right there, and it just looked like garbage. And I could just tell right here I was just smoked. So I'll speak on that again here in a second. All right, so I only trained 3 weeks on this week. The 4th day, which is normally my standing overhead press day, earlier that day, I went to the doctor to take a look at my shoulder because I talked about where I felt I still had some inflammation in my shoulder, and went and seen him. He used the ultrasound and he confirmed that I still had a lot of inflammation right in the AC joint, right under it. So I hate to do it, but I had to. Got another cortisone shot, and within 2 days, my shoulder feels way better. I did not train that night. I just went and chilled. And then this past weekend, I went out of town, so I did miss basically my day one of week 6. Going to kind of shift everything into a couple days into a deload for this week, because that Wednesday training session, I tried to move weights a little bit faster on deadlift, meaning where I was making bigger jumps each set there, and I gassed out pretty quick. My legs felt really really bad, which made my positioning and everything horrible, and it kind of got in my head, and I could tell in the videos I was just rushing through my setup. And at that point, I just shut it down. I was like, I'm not going to get anything out of this other than I'm going to hurt myself. So I just went an operation shutdown for the day. So this week, week 6 and week 7, I have some long weekends out of town. So training's going to be weird. So I'm going to jump out of the 5x5s. I'm going to definitely deload this week, and then next week and the week after, the next 3 weeks, because I have another road trip going down to Louisville for a Slayer show, Slayer Sundays. Um, I'm just going to probably do a little bit different work than I've been doing for these 5 weeks, since I kind of beat that dog to a pulp a little bit. I'm going to probably add a little bit different variations of squats and deadlifts. Maybe I'm going to do some trap bar pulling. Instead of regular squatting, I may do some Hatfields or some box squats for the next 3 weeks until I can get back on my good normal schedule and get into the linear progression type stuff of the 5x5 and things of that nature. So, because you all know, if you train certain days a week and you miss a day, it can kind of play with you mentally to where you start thinking, oh, I'm not getting any fucking stronger. I fucked up this whole program. So looking at my schedule, looking at my life, I don't want to kind of back myself into that mental corner. I'm trying to get ahead of it, plan ahead of it. So the weights won't be really heavy, but what I definitely want to do is just attack the list from a different angle for the next couple of weeks, give myself a break, but also force it to try to adapt to a different type of stimulus. So when I do go back to the overhead press, the bench, and all that stuff, everything should be a little bit fresher, and I should be able to make a step forward compared to these first 5 weeks. So next couple of weeks will be a little bit different, but I'll try to make them useful and informative, I guess, if that's what I'm doing here. But so I just want to explain that a little bit. I'll probably do it a little bit more on the next one, because I'm still kind of trying to figure everything out, looking at the calendar and seeing what days I'm going to be gone and stuff like that, so I can try to preemptively just have everything figured out. So that being said, that's the end of week 5. Deuces.